Hello YouTube, how are you today? I'm out in my candle shop and I'm getting ready to pour some of my taller pillars, my art candles. I'm also going to pour some 3 skull stacks because a friend requested some in black. I've got my wax melting right now. I've got my molds ready to go. And we'll pick this back up when I start pouring candles and you can see how I do this a little bit. So I've got the accent colors melting over here. Got pink and orange and red and blue. We're going to use a base color of black. It's chocolate scented. It smells so good. And these are the molds I'll be pouring into. All right, I am ready to start pouring these candles. So what I do is I take an accent color. In this case, I'm using orange. I'll pour a little bit in the mold. I'll set it back over here in the hot water. Now what I do is I tilt my molds so that the colors run down the sides. Now I'll do 2 or 3 points depending on my mood with the same color. And you got to rock the mold back and forth to build up the wax layers. If you only use one wax layer, the base coat will just eat it. I know this because, well, it's happened. You can't make awesome candles without some candle accidents. And unlike Bob Ross, I can't just turn them into happy little trees. I just need to melt them down and start over. So now that I've got that one done, I'll set it back here on its side so that that color can solidify. Now we'll do this mold. I really like using these acrylic molds. The candles set up really much quicker than, say, a traditional metal mold. Plus, I can see what's going on from the outside as they solidify. All right, I think that's going to be pretty good for that one. Now, I discovered on my first video that YouTube does not like it if you play music in the background. And there's a bunch of muted spots in that video, and I do apologize. But music playing is honestly a very important part of me making candles. So I won't be doing that while I'm filming these videos. There's a crow outside. All right, orange is done. Let's see how that looks. Ready for the next color. Yeah, I think it is. What color should I do now? That one's not quite ready. Let's look at blue. Oh yeah, blue would be good. Slap a little blue in there. My art candles are always they're like a bouquet for the nose because all the accent colors are scented differently. In this case, the blue I'm using is scented like petrichor, which is the smell after the rain falls. You know the one. And oftentimes on parts of the candle, I'll layer 2 or 3 different colors together because, I don't know, I like to show off and it looks really cool. All right. Yep. Yeah, I really miss the music. Did I mention that? So this is a fluted mold, at least that's what I call it. Scalloped, fluted, something like that. And it allows me to do some really unique things with the wax. For a long time, I didn't call the candles I make art. And then a friend of mine, who is most certainly an artist, Stephen Chris John, you can find him on the internet. He makes amazing jewelry. He told me one day I was selling myself short by not calling what I do art because I'm blending colors and making different designs. And he has a degree in art and he says he'd know. So I'm going to go with him. And ever since, I've been calling my candles art. And honestly, when you see these come out of the mold, I think you'll agree with me. Now, one thing I'll do if I'm running the color the entire length of the mold, top to bottom, is I'll use my thumb to use the wax to make a little dam at the end. Like that. You can see the little dams I make there. And that keeps the wax from running out the end of the candle when I set it on its side to solidify. So I went pretty heavy with the blue. It's going to take a couple of minutes to set up, so I will be back. All right, I have all my colors poured. I have my molds vertical. I sat here and I talked to my phone without hitting the record button, so that was pretty hilarious. I was talking about how I have events booked out through the summer, getting there. Got events coming up here 2 weeks from now in Seaside, Oregon at the Oregon Ghost Conference. If you've never been to the Oregon Ghost Conference, it's an amazing time. All right, so I have all of my accent colors poured, and now I'm going to pour the base color. So when you pour candles like this, I like to tell people they're poured from the outside in and the top to the bottom. Oh, it's chocolate. This black chocolate scent smells so good. All right. So I'm going to let these sit for a couple of minutes like this to let the layers bond. And then I'm going to set the box fan up and get that blowing on them to keep the base color from eating all of the accent colors. And it's time for the magic box fan. So I'll check back in a little while. Okay, let's take a look at these. Yeah, I like the way that one turned out. Very nice. Over on the shelf it goes. All right, let's look at this one now. Oh, that's cool. 30 years of making candles, and I'm still amazed at the way they turn out sometimes, most of the time. All right. It's turned out really nice. I will get these up on my website tomorrow. That is www.witchesresistance.com. Y'all have a good night.